All right, let's talk glove break-ins and what I do when I'm breaking in a glove. To start, I always take a little bit of the glove lotion from the Craftsman's Works. Just one little squirt, put it on a rag, get it worked into the rag so you're not going to glob up a bunch when you start rubbing it onto the glove leather. And then I always start kind of in the pocket and just work small little circles, lightly putting some glove lotion all over the leather of the glove, making sure to get the laces, and I'm just going to kind of work it on everything. From there, I'm just going to kind of get a feel of where the glove needs to hinge and how the glove needs to hinge when you're trying to close it. For this, we definitely need to know who the customer is. And for this is specifically for a kid with small hands. So I want to make sure I don't put my hand in all the way and just kind of feel where if you don't have a real strong, big hand like a kid would have, like a kid wouldn't have, where would this need to hinge and break in order to catch a softball in this case? And I'll just start working it on the hinges and kind of feeling and moving the leather and getting it to where it could hinge easily for a kid to catch with. From there, once I have a good feel of where it's going to hinge and where it needs to close, I'll start working the leather and kind of pounding a little bit on the folds. I don't go right away and start pounding as hard as I can. I'll start just kind of bending it and folding it, make sure everything moves the right way, and make sure everything is going to break in properly when I do start pounding it a little bit more. So I'll just keep folding it, kind of breaking it in on where the hinges should be, and then go from there. And once I feel a little bit more comfortable that everything's in the right spot, then I'll just start lightly pounding, getting a little bit more forceful every time I go and do it. Then you always got to stop and check and make sure everything is working kind of the way you were planning and make sure everything's going good. In this case, it is kind of like the direction it's heading, so I'll just keep working with that. Then once that process is started and it's getting closer to being broken in, it's time to start shaping the pocket. And I'm really old school when it comes to breaking in the glove, especially a first baseman or outfielder's glove where you want a little bit bigger pocket. I want to go catch as many balls as I can. So I'll go to a cage, put on a machine about as hard as it can throw, and then I'll just catch ball after ball after ball until the pocket starts developing and I start feeling the glove really break in well. Whenever I'm transporting it, I always make sure to put a ball in the pocket just to keep that shape there. And that same ball does a good job when it's time to start pounding on some spots of the glove. Here I'm pounding in the pocket. This kind of moves some of the palm adhesive around, make sure we get a good shape there in the palm of the glove. Also make sure to pound on the laces and where the folds of the glove are. And then you can work the pocket some more, kind of working that ball in where the pocket is and working the glove leather around it. And make sure to do some pounding on the backside of the glove where the folds will be when you close the glove. Kind of helps make sure this is nice and easy to use for a kid. Again, these gloves that you're breaking in for a kid, their hands are small and not real strong, so you got to do a good job on the leather. When I feel good about where it is, it's time to head back to the cage and catch a whole lot more balls. And then once I'm satisfied with everything, with the way the pocket feels, with the way the glove moves and closes, when I think it's going to be the right amount of broken in, then it's time to apply some glove salve. So I'll just take a little rag, get some glove salve. You can use your fingers also if you want to. Get a little glove salve. Again, this is going to help condition and soften it just a little bit more, but provide some little bit of waterproofing nature to the leather also. Making sure I apply it to the laces, rubbing it in small circles all the way around, just applying a little bit of glove salve to all the parts of the glove. And one thing that always kind of bugs me and annoys me is as I'm breaking in these new gloves, a lot of times the laces get loose and untied. I don't know if they just do a really bad job of tying knots at the factory. I assume that's the case. So I'll always kind of untie every knot and then retie it, making sure it's tight and is going to last for the customer.